Our weather is certainly going to change today, and it looks like for the better. Whereas this morning we have our stagnant air advisory set to expire finally by noon, and our freezing fog advisory that was in effect yesterday set to expire today by about 10 or 11 a.m. this morning. 27 degrees currently in Yakima, 31 in the Tri-Cities. Now, we've already talked about that stagnant air and the patchy freezing fog, although this evening it looks like we're finally going to have a chance for some active weather that isn't snow in the forecast. As this morning, don't necessarily want to say it was misty. It certainly was. There was mist in the air, but that fog that was supposed to be freezing in some spots, if it wasn't out in Walla Walla and Pendleton there, you could just feel the fog that it wasn't freezing, as these temperatures are not nearly as frigid cold as they have been in days past. 31 in the Tri-Cities, 30 out in Walla Walla. It's pretty cold though up in the Ellensburg-Yakima area, 25 and 27. But let's check out how thick that fog is this morning, and it's certainly pretty dense down near Walla Walla at Pendleton and Hermiston, where each spot there below a mile of visibility. And bear in mind, the standard for a clear day is 10 miles of visibility. So be safe if you're hitting the roads early on this morning in the foothills of the Blue Mountains there. Now let's check in on your northwest radar, and this is where things are going to start to change. Where this system here is following this cold front into the area, you can see essentially how it's moving to the southeast there in this direction. And essentially what that's doing is pushing more air and active weather into our forecast range. It's all because of this cold front that's right here, or rather it's right in front of the system there. And if you key in right here on southeastern Washington, you can see that those clouds begin to build and build all day long until around 4 or 5 o'clock this evening, when we should finally start to see some rain showers, as you saw an early sign of it this morning with that mist outside in the Tri-Cities, as our temperatures are going to be much warmer today than they have been. 36 in Walla Walla, 37 Milton Freewater. In the Tri-Cities, almost 40 degrees, 39, and over in Yakima, 37 degrees. It's all a welcoming change, especially for the bus stop forecast, which by the time those buses roll around, typically we've seen pretty chilly temperatures. And while this doesn't necessarily get away from that, it's just a tiny bit warmer than it has been. 27 degrees by the time those buses roll around. Now for the next 6 days, it looks like for the next few days of Hanukkah here, it's going to be quite nice. We'll drop down into the lower 30s by Thursday and Friday, but just in time for Christmas on Sunday, it looks like our temperatures could come up into the mid to high 30s, low 40s. There's the 6th day for the Tri-Cities, and check that out. Could be in the 40s for the Christmas holiday on Sunday.